Hello, I'm Cone. An update, we're Sum 41. Make sure you're listening to Rockzone.
Na kus řeči s Frankem.
What's up, guys? I'm sitting here today with guys from Sum 41. How you are doing?
Yeah, feeling good, man.
Awesome, cool. So, I know it might sound a little bit weird, but I think there are still few people who don't actually know who Sum 41 are. So, can you describe, music-wise, otherwise, as you wish, to our viewers and listeners, who actually Sum 41 are?
Yeah, I mean, we're a band that kind of got our start in '96. So that's when we all formed up. And around 2000, we got our success. And we've kind of just been building due to the Napster, Napster collapsing the music industry and then leading to streaming. We were one of those bands that kind of survived that whole era of it. And I don't know what it was, but we released our second record after our first record, All Killer No Filler. And shows were still growing. So there were still more people coming to shows, but we weren't selling as many records. And I think that trend just continued on like that.
Yeah, I think musically, we're all fans of like pop music, heavy metal, mellow music, hip hop. So we kind of like over the years we would call back together in certain songs. I mean, not every song, but we're kind of all on the map.
Sounds great. Also, this year marks 26 years of Sum 41, if I'm right. Yeah, give or take, 26 years. Yeah, give or take. How do you see all those years retrospectively? Was it a crazy ride for you?
Yeah. I kind of look at it as eras, different years. Just some of the eras were more extreme than others, in many different ways. But yeah, whenever we talk about old times, it's always like the All Killer era, the Chuck era, the Scream Bloody Murder era, new era, So it's, there's been definitely a roller coaster ride through some years. But yeah, for one thing, it's been fun. We're still having a lot of fun doing it. So if we're having fun, we would be doing it. So yeah, stands always, for the most part, it's been fairly fun to do. And we're high school friends, so we know each other really well. So that helps a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a wild ride. And if you do start viewing your band, if you're one of the lucky ones that gets to last, 26 years, it's like when you view yourself in eras, it's also easy to still feel young and still feel that drive to want to release that new music, because I think we're one of those bands where almost every record sounds different. So that, not Bowie different. Yeah.
Okay. So, as mentioned before, 26 years already, and are you already planning something for 30 years, like some anniversary shows, reeditions of your albums, old albums, or something even more special?
It's possible, but we're thinking about next month, next 2 months. We have a new album coming out. It's a double record called Infinite Hell. So that's kind of what we're concentrating on right now. 30 years. Oh, dude, it's hard to do.
We're thinking of hiring Jaromir Jagr to help us look and feel young, because that dude refuses to age.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm kind of surprised that you know him.
Of course. Yeah, the legend.
He is. Yeah, of course he is. I know it's hard to describe what I'm going to ask you for, but what do you think is your biggest achievement so far? Like music-wise, otherwise. I know many people are saying that, from bands, that the biggest achievement is actually to be still here after all these years. But is there something particular that you can think of that you think personally is your biggest achievement?
Sure, I think, it does fall in the category of being still here, but surviving the in the streaming era.
Okay.
I think being able to be a band where we concentrated so much on the video medium early on in our careers, like playing all the way from our first video called EPK, which was an electronic press kit that we sent around to all the the record companies of us shooting water guns, fucking around in our town. And think if we didn't do that and have the foresight to kind of just turn on the camera, I don't think people would have survived that anymore. And I feel like for us, that's a huge accomplishment that we didn't even know we were investing in.
I think that's pretty much the best answer I got for this question so far. So now let's go for the shows, because it's not your first time here in Czech Republic, obviously. How would you rank our audience, honestly, from, let's say, 1 to 10? 1 is the worst and 10 is the best.
I was actually just talking about the first time we ever in Prague. So I did 2009 or 10. I played this little place in Prague. It's like kind of this round little club. And I played 2 nights back to back. It's the first time I've ever done it. And it was mayhem. Like, that was crazy. And then we actually played this festival, Rough People, in 2010 or 11. And the crowd was so crazy that the barricade broke. The whole police saw like the line. There's a video on YouTube.
Okay.
If you research some way or Rock for People, you'll see like the police have to line the barricade, push back the crowd. So those are like the first 3 things we ever did in Czech Republic. So for me, like, crowds are insane here and great. And we love coming here. So this will be your second time to the festival now.
So I expect to send actually.
So I think that's
Please start.
that's the best thing to say. We can look also for another show of yours in Prague later this year, since you are touring with Simple Plan. And I think, honestly, this is the best punk rock tour of this year. What do you think about this statement? When I say this?
From our perspective, we can't really comment on how good it is for everybody. But for us, just that first leg in the United States, in the United States, we're not as successful as we are in Europe. So coming into Europe with friends of ours, that we all kind of, we were part of a group of 5 bands that came up at the same time. So for all of us to kind of now be in this era of our lives and being able to tour together, and it's going to go off because they have such a beautiful vibe when they play. Such a nice, like, sing-along, the happen vibe is great. And, then we get to play after them. And it's just, the crowds have been awesome with a mixture of the 2 bands.
Well, sounds cool. Pineapple on pizza, yes or not?
What's that?
Pineapple on pizza, yes or not?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're not sharing.
No, I'm West Indian though, so pineapple on everything.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, guys. Those were Sum 41. Be sure to check them out all over the social media. Listen to their music. Be sure to get on the show with Simple Plan later this year in Prague. Thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.